Cody Rhodes slaps The Rock as the main event of WrestleMania 40 Night 1 is officially confirmed. Speaking of The Rock, he's got a big influence reportedly over the inductees into this year's class of the WWE Hall of Fame. Logan Paul announces the first ever WWE Center Ring sponsorship last night on SmackDown, but he's greeted by a possible future opponent. The main reason why Kazuchika Okada signed with All Elite Wrestling possibly has been revealed. Hangman Page is taking time off, we'll let you know why, and Mike Santana speaks out after leaving All Elite Wrestling. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's start off talking about the events last night of Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. After weeks of speculation, it's now confirmed we are going to be getting what is being described as the biggest tag team match in WrestleMania history in Philadelphia in just a few weeks' time. 5 days and several minutes of entrances after Raw, Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins officially answered Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's invitation to a tag team match at WrestleMania 40, and the main event of WrestleMania Night 1 was confirmed. Rhodes and Rollins met The Rock and Roman Reigns in the ring Friday night to issue their response to Johnson's challenge. The World Heavyweight Champion was the one to shout on the microphone inches away from Johnson's face and accept on behalf of himself and Rhodes after some remarks from Reigns regarding Rhodes' authority within his and Rollins' unlikely alliance. The Rock took an opportunity to remind both Rhodes and Rollins of his executive position within the TKO group. Of course, he's on the board of directors of WWE's parent company. In an act of corporate intimidation, The Rock added another stipulation to the Reigns/Rhodes story. Should Rhodes fail to capture Reigns' title at WrestleMania 40, he would be barred from ever challenging for the championship again, kind of echoing what happened in All Elite Wrestling when Rhodes challenged unsuccessfully for the AEW World Championship at Full Gear in 2019 against Chris Jericho and could never compete for the title once more. In the show's final moments, Rhodes and The Rock stared each other down, then much like The Rock had publicly slapped him at WrestleMania's 40 kickoff press conference, Rhodes slapped the TKO board of director clean across the face. Rhodes and Rollins versus The Rock and Reigns is now set for the first night of WrestleMania. Should Rhodes and Rollins come out victorious, The Rock has personally promised that the Bloodline would not intervene in Rhodes' match against Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, which has been confirmed, of course, for WrestleMania Night 2. If The Rock and Reigns win the tag team match, however, Rhodes' championship contest against Reigns will be under Bloodline rules, where interference from Reigns' family is all but guaranteed. So, what did you make of the segment? What did you make of it now being officially confirmed? Where do you think this is going? And did the stipulation that he could be barred from challenging for the title ever again, Cody Rhodes, kind of imply that, yeah, we're getting a title change at WrestleMania? Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Now, when it comes to The Rock competing at WrestleMania, this is going to be the first time he's actually wrestled a proper match in over a decade. The last time at 2013's WrestleMania 29 against John Cena. So the question has become, is this going to be The Rock's final match, or is he going to be wrestling once more after WrestleMania 40? Well, it seems that WrestleMania may not be the only time we will see The Rock in a WWE match in 2024, according to a recent report into his future plans. Now, the expected match, and now confirmed match, is The Rock and Roman Reigns teaming up against Rhodes and Rollins. As for plans beyond WrestleMania, Dave Meltzer has reported that WWE is eager to get The Rock for a Saudi Arabia show later this year as well. Writing in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Meltzer addressed plans for a May in Saudi Arabia event, potentially involving The Rock and WWE, stating, quote, "When asking if The Rock will be working that show, we're told there are a lot of variables in play and a variety of factors, but obviously the company would like it if he would. But while nothing is set in stone, the belief as of right now is that Mania won't be his only match in 2024, and there is definitely a push to get him to work at least one Saudi Arabia event this year." It had been previously reported that WWE was targeting May 2024 as a date for the next show in Saudi Arabia. At the time of recording, no show name has been confirmed or any indication of the branding of the event. So, do you think that The Rock is going to be wrestling in a Saudi Arabian event? And do you think we're going to be seeing a series of Rock matches, possibly leading up to a match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 next year. Let me know your thoughts about that as well. Now, when it comes to The Rock, of course, he's been very active on WWE television as of late, and with WrestleMania less than a month away, an update has emerged on plans for a segment involving the Hollywood megastar in the future. Per WrestleVotes on Twitter, The Rock is set to bring back The Rock concert soon, with the idea that this segment has been brewing for weeks, noting that the belief is that the segment will take place on next Friday's episode of SmackDown, that being March 15. WrestleVotes wrote the following, quote, "According to sources, the much anticipated return of The Rock concert could light up next week's SmackDown Live from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm told this idea has been brewing for weeks, with a possible announcement of it tonight on SmackDown. Nevertheless, it looks like possibly we're going to be getting that next week, so stay tuned for that as well." Now, when it comes to The Rock, he's had a big influence reportedly over the Hall of Fame this year, and this story came out after the latest inductees into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2024 were revealed, because it has been officially announced that Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda will be inducted into the 2024 WWE Hall of Fame as the US Express. They join Paul Heyman and Bull Nakano as the names who have been confirmed for the class of 2024 so far. WWE has written the following on them, saying, quote, "Competitors at the first WrestleMania with deep family ties in the sports entertainment industry, Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham changed tag team wrestling forever when they debuted together as the US Express. Entering the arena with rock and roll legend Bruce Springsteen's iconic Born in the USA blasting on the speakers, the US Express was one of the most entertaining and exciting duos of the 80s. As two-time World Tag Team Champions in their career, Rotunda and Windham battled many WWE legends, including the team of Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik, as well as the Dream Team composed of Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. As real-life brothers-in-law, the family was essential to both superstars, as Windham's father, Blackjack Mulligan, was inducted into WWE Hall of Fame as the member of the Blackjacks. Windham himself was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as a member of the Four Horsemen in 2012. Their legacy continued into the newer generation as Rotunda's two sons, Windham, named after Barry, and Taylor, notably competed in WWE as Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas respectively. As a pioneering tag team, Windham and Rotunda helped pave the way for decades of tag team excellence to come, and for their incredible contributions, they will be immortalized into the Hall of Fame class of 2024. But an interesting story about this is actually The Rock's involvement in the Hall of Fame this year. Of course, The Rock is back, and he's not just on the board, he's also back in the ring, and also at, I guess, every level of WWE. Now, The Rock is wrestling at WrestleMania. He has a seat on the board of TKO Group Holdings and has gained the IP of all the Rock-related terminology and names. However, we're going to be seeing his influence on WrestleMania weekend well beyond his scheduled tag team match with Roman Reigns against Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Now, according to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, sources within WWE have told Fightful that The Rock has had input on this year's WWE Hall of Fame inductees. One indicated to Fightful that it would be evident if the planned inductees are revealed as scheduled. Now, at the time, they weren't given any additional information as to what that meant. Another source said The Rock had input on all of this year's inductees, though they've not confirmed that to be the case. Well, when they were sort of saying, well, you'll definitely see his influence if one of these people is inducted, well, Fightful say they've since learned that The Rock's grandmother, Leah Maivia, is among the names being considered. WWE claims The Rock does not have input on the Hall of Fame, but that's not what some sources are saying. So keep an eye out on that one, because that could be something that does indeed happen in the near future. Let's go back to SmackDown last night, because we saw a bit of history when it comes to the sacred mat of a WWE ring, because Logan Paul's Prime Hydration and Energy Drink Company will be front and center at WWE Premium Live events moving forward, starting at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. The current United States champion announced on SmackDown on Friday in Dallas, Texas, that Prime is the first ever center ring sponsor for WWE. It's something that has been heavily rumored since WWE merged with UFC, creating TKO Group Holdings, as the UFC often has sponsorships in the center of the octagon for fights, as well as sponsors surrounding the cage and even on the fighters' gear. After Paul made the announcement, he brought down his business partner and fellow YouTuber KSI, who has been featured on WWE programming before. KSI was put through the announce table at WrestleMania 39 when his partner in Prime took on Seth Rollins. KSI also took on Paul in the latter's first ever amateur boxing bout in 2018. They later co-founded Prime in 2021. Before KSI could say anything regarding the announcement, Randy Orton's music hit. Orton didn't come down the ramp, however, appearing from under the ring in an attempt to hit the champion with an RKO. Paul escaped, but KSI ate the move, and Orton put him over the Prime logo in the middle of the ring and dumped one of the energy drinks on him for his troubles. Paul and Orton started feuding during the Elimination Chamber when Paul hit Orton with a pair of brass knuckles after being eliminated by him from the match. This led to Orton's defeat by Drew McIntyre in the contest. So what are your thoughts on seemingly getting Randy Orton versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania and this center ring sponsorship of Prime in the middle of the WWE ring? Do you like it? Does it not work? Are you expecting more sponsors? Is that match sacred? Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. Now, it's a big week for AEW when it comes to the official announcement that the Rainmaker is all elite, and a new report has revealed the main reason why former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Kazuchika Okada signed with AEW. On the March 6 post-AEW Revolution episode of Dynamite, Kazuchika Okada made his official debut for the company and turned heel by aligning with the Young Bucks and attacking Eddie Kingston. In the process, Okada joined the Elite after Matthew and Nicholas Jackson suspended Hangman Page and fired Kenny Omega from the group. In a new report from Sports Illustrated, Justin Barrasso reports that working with the Elite was the, quote, deciding factor when choosing between WWE and AEW for Okada. The report notes that Okada loved the idea of being part of a WrestleMania and that WWE was under real consideration before his decision to join AEW. Sources in both AEW and New Japan stated that Okada feels his best opportunity to succeed is in his new promotional home, which is one that he will not force and have to actually have his family move from Japan if they choose not to. Okada's relationship with Matthew and Nicholas Jackson ultimately helped make his decision to sign with Tony Khan's promotion. The report also notes that the Young Bucks added an Easter egg built into the robes they wore for their entrance before they challenged Sting and Darby Allin for their AEW World Tag Team title match at AEW Revolution. Barrasso has also reported on the trust that Okada has in AEW CEO Tony Khan, who signed him to a multi-million-dollar contract for multiple years. The decision for Okada to debut as a heel was Tony Khan's decision with the agreement of Okada, the Bucks, and Kenny Omega. The long-term goal of the Rainmaker joining the Elite is to lead to a natural rivalry with Omega at some point in the future. But following the segment on Dynamite, Okada is expected to feud with Eddie Kingston over the AEW Continental Crown Championship. The new version of the Elite with Kazuchika Okada and the Young Bucks will make their trios in-ring debut, that being today, March 9, on AEW Collision. Now, let's talk about one member that's no longer in the Elite. That's Hangman Adam Page. He was suspended, and it's actually because he's taking time off of AEW for family reasons. Now, this was something that was brought up previously heading into AEW Collision. Now, the February 21st episode of Dynamite saw Hangman Page land awkwardly during his multi-man tag team match where he teamed with Hook and RVD to take on Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, and Brian Cage. Initial concerns about the injury and impact it would have on the AEW World Championship match at Revolution were proved to be unfounded, with the spot being confirmed as a storyline. With Page getting physical with the referee at AEW Revolution, the March 6 episode of Dynamite saw EVPs Matthew and Nicholas Jackson suspend Page from the Elite again in storyline. Addressing the suspension in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer revealed the following, saying, quote, Adam Page will be taking a short period of time off after the pay-per-view for a family-related reason. It's nothing negative, no word on when he'll be back. They did a TV angle to explain him being gone, with the Young Bucks suspending him without pay, making him a babyface upon his return, which is strange given the last month, based on his attack on the pay-per-view of referee Bryce Remsburg. So Hangman Page has taken time off due to those family issues. And finally, Mike Santana has broken his silence after his departure from AEW. Of course, Mike Santana returned from over a year out of action back in August last year, where he and Ortiz served as members of the Blackpool Combat Club's team against the Best Friends Eddie Kingston and Penta El Zero Miedo at AEW All In at Wembley Stadium in London. Shortly after the show, Santana and Ortiz went their separate ways, with Santana winning the blow-off of the feud, before once again vanishing from AEW television. With Santana still working independent of events, his status with AEW was put into question with it being confirmed on Monday that he had left the company. Taking to Twitter yesterday, Santana broke his silence on his AEW departure, thanking the company, Ortiz, and his fans for the past 5 years and claiming the best is yet to come. He said, quote, "Took a few days to reflect, and I can't tell you how truly blessed and grateful I feel. It's been 5 years full of ups and downs, but above it, taught me to be so much about myself and this business. I'm thankful for the opportunity I was given to be part of history at the ground level. I can say that I'll forever be part of that legacy right at day one. But as you know, there comes a time in life where you have to make decisions and take a bet on yourself. We only get one chance at this life thing, and this life is about taking risks. You'll never know your true potential unless you really put it to work. I'm a big believer in when one door closes, a bigger door opens, and so I'm so excited for what the future holds for me. With that being said, I want to thank God and my father for continuing to guide me, my family for their endless support, all the fans who have backed me endlessly no matter what, to Ortiz for the years, and AEW for the knowledge and opportunity. I told you, the best is yet to come." Now, of course, it's widely known that Mike Santana wasn't happy about his status in AEW. Per Dave Meltzer in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Santana just wanted out of AEW after a singles push didn't materialize for him. Noting that he wasn't happy for a long time leading up to his exit, Meltzer wrote, quote, "Mike Santana, 33, has left the company. This isn't a surprise as he hasn't been happy there in a long time. He was wanting a singles push and it wasn't materializing, so he just wanted out. He beat Ortiz on October 25 in a great grudge match on television and then was never used again." But there you go, guys. It's latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.